Okay, so it is what, 5:30? Oh, oh my god. I think some people are stress eaters, and some people, everybody deals with stress in different ways, and I'm coming to find out that I deal with stress by getting really tired and sleeping. Because we are in like week 2 of production for this late night show. No guarantee it's gonna go. And I want it so bad, and I have so many other things that we're doing. I'm not gonna list them because I think it's really douchey when people list off all the things they're working on, because everybody always sounds like a liar. Like when celebrities like, well, I've got the book and this show that I'm writing, producing, acting in. So I'm just saying that there's just a lot to do, and I think it's the weather, because it's cold here in LA, which we wait for all year, for sure. We wait for it to be cold, but is there really no sound, or are you fucking with me? Prove to me that you can hear me and I'll continue. Prove to me. I think you can hear me. Because Chris Short with the umlauts. Kirk, you'll be honest with me. Can you hear me? This is like a Twilight. People just keep saying hi. And you just keep getting thumbs up, but no one can hear you. It's like a Black Mirror. See, Trace B said me sleep. Jill says, you're so real. You're so real. Is that you? Is that you? Okay, well, no one's answering. Okay, so you can't hear me. Great. Anyway, it gets so dark here so early, as it does everywhere else. But, like, that's not working for me. It is not working for me. And, like, it's fun to wear, like, fingerless gloves and be cute and be cold. But I was saying this earlier today, like, I am exhausted from, like, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And I understand that a lot of people get that way, too. But, like, I, like, go home and, like, I have to lie down. And I just woke up. And I could go to bed for the rest of the day. So I think it's a coping mechanism. I think I go to sleep so I don't have to do other work. Like, I have 2 chapters of the book left. And I just, it's difficult to write a book when you're not where you want to be in your career, because then you're like, what am I supposed to write about? I also feel bad because, like, I don't know. So you can only write about we've got the book. I'm just being honest. Anyway. Rachel says it's 43 degrees in St. Louis. We're ready for you. And so I'm going to land in St. Louis tomorrow at like 2. And I'll probably just have to sleep until showtime. Winter blues, Chelsea Walker calls it that. And I'm not sad. Like, I love that it's cold. I love wearing layers and, like, my hair is straight. I told you I got my hair chemically straightened. Like, best thing to happen to me as an adult. Hibernation for humans. Seasonal affective disorder. I'm reluctant to give it that much gravitas, because I'm sure people really have that. SED. And I'm sure it, like, really bothers them. But, like, I'm just trying. I can't even go to the gym. I went yesterday, and it was so sad. And considering I, like, pay to see someone, it's, like, not cute that I'm like, I can't. It's wet and rainy here in hot Atlanta, he says. Seasonal depression doesn't always affect your mood. I mean, look what it's done to Lip. These are my business socks, by the way. Look at her. I wonder. I just wonder. Amanda says, how many people are in your tour crew? Well, Amanda, couple things. I don't believe in taking the same feature for every show. So, we got different features. And we have a group that comes in and handles all the t-shirt sales and stuff like that. My manager's coming this tour. That'll be fun. But typically, it's just me and Lip. A baby Hip. Money never takes a day off. Yeah. Johnny follows one of those, like, millionaire motivational Instagram accounts. Money never sleeps, and neither should your dreams. It's cooling off in Texas. And the truth is, we should all be excited that the planet's capable of getting cold. saw that coral that died off in Australia? Yeah, in like a couple years, we'll be like, remember winter? Gather around, children. I'll tell you what a snow globe is. Ashley says, is that really her last name? If that's your last name, that's a crazy last name. Says, how long does it take you to get ready before a show? Great question, Ashley. Because of my schedule, I'm not much of a creature of habit, but I like to take about an hour before, and I put on some music, and I throw all my makeup on the counter, and then each thing I do, I put it back in the bag, and I eliminate them. I could be ready in a half hour, but I like to take my time with it. So, not that long. Do you know how to make soup? I don't make soup. Smokey Husky made some cold soba noodles. So my aunt got me this for Hanukkah. Yeah, you saw my body. New York loves LA. And what she meant by it was that, because my family lives in New York, she was like, we love you and you live in LA. But I was like, in real life, though, that's absolutely not true. In real life, New York doesn't give a fuck about LA. Thinks we're all, like, good-looking and stupid and superficial. And LA is, like, obsessed with New York. People in LA are, like, obsessed with being like, I just flew to the East Coast. I was in New York. Thanks, Kate. Riley says, please tell me that you've heard about the girl that you did the GoFundMe account for that had cancer was so amazing. Of course I heard about her. I did her GoFundMe account. What kind of a question is that? Callum says, are you ever going to come to the UK? Great question, Callum. The answer is yes. The answer is it's going to be in late spring, early summer. The answer is, as of a couple hours ago, I've added about eight new dates. And they include Europe. We've got some ones in Canada. We've got a date in Minnesota. So get ready. But I can't. My agent was like, give me 1 day before you tell people about it. And I was like, you've got 24 hours. Justin Eugene McCarty says, if you were not doing comedy, what would you be doing? I don't know. Because I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be me. When you come back to Detroit, great question. I will be at the, what's it called? Royal Oak Music Box Theater. I was on my new tour date, so it's coming up. Are you coming to New Orleans? I was just in New Orleans a couple months ago, well, a while ago, but I was there. Come to Canada. I'm going to come to Canada. I misread the comment about the GoFundMe account. What are you asking? Phoenix says, I think it's great you fundraise for CF and would live advice. Probably would like advice. My cousin has cystic fibrosis, my cousin Harley, and we don't hang out a ton, but, you know, that's like a life-threatening disease, and she's I don't know how old she is. I think she's 30, 29, 30, 31, something like that. And I've always been really impressed that even though she has this, not debilitating disease, but it definitely, you know, you've got to deal with it every single morning and every day, and you're always coughing. I've always thought it was really cool that she lives her life. Like, she just she went to Australia when she was a kid, and she led a teen tour through, like, Europe, and she's going to go swimming with the otters. Like, she just decides to do stuff the way that girls often decide to do stuff, like, after a breakup. Like, oh, it's going to be a new me. I'm getting bangs. I'm taking a trip. So I always thought that was cool. And again, it's a boutique disease, so it needs publicity so people know. Riley says, I would like to put money. Oh, well, Riley, we closed Stacy Jing's GoFundMe account. Our goal was $1,069, so I thought that was funny. And we met over a little more than half of, I'm sorry, not 1,000, $10,069. It's a lame goal. $10,069, and we met over half of it. So we closed it and we gave it to her. I think she's coming to the show in Seattle. But that's it, you know. I don't want to bother her. It's like that episode of Frasier where he, like, helps build a house for someone and then, like, keeps checking on the house. So, and the answer is yes, there are so many people that need money and have diseases, and I, you know, especially as, like, a celebrity, you get tweets all the time like, hey, help this vet, help my friend, help this person, help this dog. What bothers me is that, of course, I hate that I'm reticent to always retweet or click or donate because some people lie. And, of course, I don't operate from that stance, but you also can't help everyone. And if I retweeted every single thing and I favorited every single thing, I think it would have less legitimacy if I was just constantly doing it. So, that one just touched me randomly, and she got her money. My assistant told me she got her blanket, which I love, and hopefully I get to meet her. But it was just a nice thing, and in the meantime, you know, especially as comics, we get asked to do charity shows all the time, so I do. And that's all you can do. It's nice to be able to directly impact one person versus just donating and hoping the money gets there. Like, I saw this clip last week. I don't know if you guys saw it, of this Syrian boy. The hospital he was in, like, blew up, and he was crying. And he kept asking the nurse, am I going to die? Because he inhaled, like, chlorine gas. And I'm sitting there in, like, full makeup on the set of, like, this, like, game show. And I was, like, crying. So I was like, what can I do? And I was like, it would be really cool. Sounds like such a celebrity thing. Like, if I could adopt a little Syrian boy. Of course we need to adopt people here in America, but, like, it just seems like it's so hopeless where he is. And I Googled it, and you can't do it. But, like, part of me was like, what if me and my friends, like, funded it? Obviously, it's not well thought out. I can't do it anyway, but that's a way to, like, impact someone. Anyway. Courtney says, I can't afford to do Iliza VIP for your show. Sorry. But I made you a shirt. Is there a P.O. box? Oh, that breaks my heart. I'm coughing. If you want to send something, I think the info's on my website. You can send it to Avalon Management, or you can send it to Polaris PR. Feel bad that you're sick. I'm sorry. Where's Lip? Justin says, I just got burned for more than $2,000 from a chick that said she was in the army and needed money to get home. So don't feel too bad. Yeah, I mean, everybody knows, like, the Sarah Tiana story. I think she told it on Joe Rogan. I told the story of the psychopath that I dated. You can't let that deter your willingness to give. We just did a fundraiser for this woman named Rebecca who said she had breast cancer. I know she does. And we raised her a couple $1,000s. So just because a couple people are psychotic and ruin it, that doesn't mean you stop trying. You know, you give where you can. I give comedy. That's what we do, you know. You can always donate money, but sometimes you can make more money by giving your gift. That sounds so pervy. Like, give him your gift. I'm not sick. It's just so incredibly dry here, and I don't like to put the heat in my house on because I can't sleep unless I'm cold. So it's just dry, and my nose gets dry, and I wake up and I pick my boogers, and I throw them away. But I get a satisfaction out of it. Hope Smokey Husky isn't watching. Oh, thank you, Courtney. That's very sweet. Tim says Cheryl needs an Instagram. Cheryl has an Instagram, and it's a secret Instagram, and I haven't given out the name. Scott says, when are you coming to the UK again? I can't give you the dates yet, but I promise it'll be soon. Ashley says, do you accept gifts at your VIP, like handmade gifts? This sounds so bratty, but I love it. And it's not like I don't have money. I'm like, oh, give me gifts. I love the physical manifestation of people's love for Blanche and my act and my material as a gift. So it's not about, it's like giving something to your mom. It's not what you made, it's that you made it. I do need a humidifier. Matthias says, I'm a fan from Argentina. Several times your show made me forget about all the shit that's going on in my life. By the way, I've got laryngitis and I can't stop coughing. Well, gracias. I've always wanted to go to Argentina. I'm so glad that you have Netflix there. Can't wait for your book. Thank you. Thank you, Amelia. Me too. Can't wait for the book to be over. And then we'll do a book tour and we'll all be friends. Let's see her. There she is. Everybody keeps asking where Lip is. I showed you. She's passed out too. Because it's cold and dark here. Running beef. Running meat. You're a tiny woman. Yeah, we know you're small. Did you tell them what happened to you? Did you tell them that you had a heart transplant in here under your harness? Oh my God, if I dropped this on my phone, that would, like, end my life. And now you have a lamb heart? I don't look good. I'm not claiming to look good. Did you tell them that you have a lamb heart and your lady lamb heart? Yeah. Your lady lamb heart, because you're the gentleness of a lamb. Lady lamb heart. She's Lady Lambheart for sure. No, I seem to have lost some connection. Anyway, well, Jesus, that felt good, and then that feels good. Can't wait to see you in Seattle, Dawn says. That's great. And I got a couple tickets left for St. Louis, and a couple tickets left for Nashville. Very excited for that. And then the week after, I'll be in San Francisco, in Seattle. These are all very exciting things. I don't know what happened to the comments, but you guys seem... Oh, I can draw. Let's give myself a bit of a facelift. Nope, don't like that. We'll go regular. We'll do this. Is that too much? That's too much. Okay. Why are all of your comments... That's very weird. Natalie says, you request venue set up random stuff. So, Natalie, it's called a writer. And the reason the green M&M story is a thing is because I think it's Metallica. It might have been Van Halen. Had like an elaborate pyrotechnics package. And you do that stuff to make sure the venue's reading everything that you need. Meaning, like, if you put something there that's ridiculous and they don't get it for you, it means they didn't read everything. And something that you actually need might get left out. I personally, because I played clubs for so long, and clubs always had food, I always craved healthy snacks. So if I sell out and I do 2 shows, I usually have fruit in between shows. But I typically only ask for gum so I don't have microphone breath, and hand sanitizer, water, and sugar-free Red Bull. You're there for like 2 hours. You don't need a whole thing. I'm a very easygoing, despite how everything else might appear, I'm a very easy to accommodate comic. Meredith laughed at the 666 on my forehead. Hugo says, what happened to the podcast? Great question. Morgan says that was Van Halen. See? I know my show business. Jesus. The podcast, we're changing networks. We have some new interviews coming up, so stand by. In the meantime, enjoy all the old ones. I got Jay Leno in there. But yes, it'll be soon. Ooh, Robert had a ham and cheese sandwich for dinner. Jing. I had a caprese sandwich with turkey bacon, which probably is why I'm so tired, because I ate the whole thing. Alright, you guys. Well, I'm going to go do some work. I'm going to go write the last page. There we go. And I hope I see you in St. Louis, and I hope I see you in Nashville. And I know that I'll do. Vince Neil killed a guy. Great, Eric. Alright, guys. Well, you guys are awesome. And enjoy your lives.